Good morning. This week's Torah passage contains the Ten Commandments. Now, it's a bit of a funny translation because the Torah calls them Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 sayings. And the truth is there are more commandments in the 10 commandments than 10. So it's one of those translations that isn't really authentic. But before we get to that, there's a much more evocative verse that the rabbis have really taken to town. The verse describes the Jewish people setting up their tent, setting up their campsite at the foot of Mount Sinai. Vayichan Sham Yisrael Neged Hahar. Translated as, and he, Israel, referring to the nation, set up camp. Now, it's a little bit strange because the Torah is describing a nation as a singular individual. So in terms of the language, that's fine. But what's the message here? And the rabbis interpret this in a very beautiful way. They say when the Jewish people set up camp at the foot of Mount Sinai, Ke'ish echad belev echad. They were like one person with one heart. Unity. Now, what does unity mean? And what was the unity? Unity is not the same as sameness, conformity. When we talk about unity, bringing different things together with one focus, that's a beautiful thing. When you're talking about eradicating, getting rid of your individuality, that's a bad thing. There's nothing in Judaism that teaches that you have to ignore your personality, that you have to pretend to be someone different, that you're only worthwhile if you copy somebody else. Now, recently, as many of you know, I've dabbled in a new area of social media. And one of the things that I've noticed repeatedly is that very few people are individuals. There are so many videos where people are lip syncing a pop song and dancing and looking like the original artist, copying other people and doing a prank or doing something quirky. Where have we lost our right to be individuals? Why are we so scared to say, this is who I am? I don't need to be somebody else to be considered worthwhile. So let me take you back 3,300 and something years ago to Mount Sinai. The nation had arrived. We'd left slavery in Egypt. No one was telling us what to do, but we weren't really free because we had no purpose. We arrived at Sinai Desert from Mount Sinai to receive the purpose for which we received our freedom, the Torah and the Jewish way of living. But how do I fit in? How do me as an individual fit into this purpose? Well, everybody wanted the same thing. They wanted Torah. But within the nation, there were artists and there were musicians and there were people who were skilled at building and there were people who were good at thinking and everything else that there were the artists and the drama students or the dramatists, the actors and actresses. That's a nation. That's everybody together. So the challenge this week is to find uniformity of purpose. Can we have a common purpose that unites us all together? And I think we can, but I'm leaving that to you. But to discover your individuality and to bring your individuality to the story. If we are all copies of each other, that's a boring world. Only when we can make space and we can appreciate individuals, can the world really fulfill its purpose? Can societies fulfill their purpose? So stop copying everybody else on social media. Stop copying everybody else at school. Be your true self. And you can be embraced and loved and appreciated just for being you. Have a great day.